hey, it's Emily, and today I wanted to talk about some of my goals for 2021. I'm a huge goal-oriented person. I love setting goals, I love lists, I love being organized, and so I always, it really helps me to set goals. I know maybe this isn't necessarily the case for everyone, but I really like setting goals and kind of having priorities that I can focus on. And so I did this last year. I will make a separate video later about whether or not I, one, accomplished some of the goals that I had set out for myself in 2020, and two, whether or not I read some of the books that I said that I was going to prioritize in 2020. That'll be a separate video, but today I just kind of wanted to look forward to 2021 and see what I wanted to prioritize. So again, I got a few things written down, so I'm going to consult my list here. So I think my main goal and priority is just getting my physical TBR, the books that I have on my shelf that I haven't read. I really want to get that list down. I think I'm going to enjoy, I know for some people having a huge physical TBR works, and that's great. I think I am going to want to see what it feels like to have a small TBR. I think I'm going to really enjoy just having a small select number of books that I haven't read and be able to really read books like in the moment that I'm excited about them, instead of just having a long list of books and then feeling guilty if I read something that's not on that list because I've got a ton of books on my shelf staring at me that I haven't read that I at one point was really excited to read. Anyway, I don't know, I would like to get my physical TBR down. They are all books that I'm still very excited about, but I think it'd be fun to just be able to read them at the height of when I'm excited about those books. And so, yeah, so I'd like to get my physical TBR down. That was also a goal for this year, and overall, I think I have done a pretty good job. I definitely have thrown some new releases in there, some kind of participating in a few readathons where I added some stuff that wasn't on my physical TBR, or kind of added some things here and there. But overall, I think I did a pretty decent job getting through a good chunk of my physical TBR, and I'd like to continue that. So that is my main priority. I also really have enjoyed participating in some readathons this year, but I've really felt, not that I couldn't, but I always had a set TBR because I knew there was a set of books that I wanted to get through. So part of why I'm excited to get my physical TBR down is so that if there is a readathon that sounds super fun, I can just participate and just pick some books out that work for it, instead of trying to finagle my physical TBR that I want to get down into, participating in those readathons. So I would like to be able to participate in more readathons, and my goal is also to actually be more active in that participation in terms of readathons than I was over the past year. So that's definitely something I would like to do. A third one is just in general engaging more with the community. I've definitely started to this year more than I had in 2019. I was just kind of getting my toes wet in 2019 of whether or not I wanted to film and post videos, getting used to the community, and or kind of getting to know a few people in the community and just kind of getting my toes wet. I was a bit less consistent about posting kind of in 2019. I think I've been a bit better overall in 2020. But yeah, I just would like to engage more with the community, and in particular kind of find new smaller booktubers that I can kind of get to know their content, get to know them, and hopefully kind of be able to engage more, especially with smaller booktubers. So that's another goal over the next year. And this is my next goal was one thing that I had set out as a goal from last year, and then realized that there was just enough stuff on my physical TBR, and I wanted to start this project kind of after getting my physical TBR down, so that I could just kind of turn to new books and prioritize new books and not feel bad about reading those books when I have a million other books on my shelf that I haven't read. And that is the project to read books from around the world. So it would be great to, and I've talked a little bit about this to Kim because she wants to do the same thing, and so I'm very excited. Hopefully we can kind of continue to coordinate this a little bit. We've talked a little bit about it, but I really just want to pick some random countries, read books from those countries, about those countries, etc. And have that be a way that I kind of travel in a sense to those countries, get to know some of the stories and the history and the culture of those countries, and just have fun with it. And so that's gonna probably happen not immediately because again, it's gonna take me a bit more to get my physical TBR down more, but that is definitely something else I would like to work on, in particular hopefully in the latter half of 2021. Another goal that I have is to just post a bit more consistently, not just videos but across other social platforms as well. So I love interacting on Twitter and Instagram, and just being able to actually actively post more would be great. It's kind of felt weird over the past year, especially on Instagram, because I only have a small select set of books with me that are from my bookshelves that I brought with me home as I'm just kind of home through the pandemic. And so it's kind of felt weird because I don't have my full bookshelves to kind of do the different Instagram challenges or kind of answer different questions on Instagram or make different recommendations from stuff that I already have read. It's felt a little bit more difficult to do that on Instagram, on something that's such a visual platform, when I only have a small set of books to actually take pictures of. And anyway, I don't know, it's felt a little different. I need to kind of get some more ideas together for what I can do until I'm actually back in my apartment around my bookshelves. But I do just want to post a bit more consistently and, you know, work to kind of build those platforms and use those platforms to the most that they can be used and just enjoy using them. I love taking pictures, I love interacting on those platforms, so I'd like to just post a bit more consistently. So the final goal that I would like to talk about, and one of the reasons another reason I'd like to get my physical TBR down, I would like to kind of play around with some TBR games. And again, you can do this with a larger physical TBR too. There are plenty of people who have a large physical TBR and play a game to kind of determine which of the books they're gonna read for that month. And that's something that I had wanted to do, but again, this year it's just been kind of weird because I have a small set of books around me physically, and you know, a select number of books that I can find via audio, for example, that are on my unread TBR. And so I've had to kind of be selective and kind of had to have very set TBRs recently because there's just a small set of stuff that I have had physically to choose from. And I think it'd be fun to get my physical TBR down and still be able to incorporate some more games, some more TBR games, or themed. I have so many ideas for themed reading vlogs, essentially, or just kind of themed reading videos. I have so many ideas that I want to do, and it'll be nice to just be able to just pick from anything rather than feeling like I have to only pick a select number of things that are on my physical TBR. So I'm excited to incorporate more TBR games into my channel. I'm excited to incorporate some fun challenge videos or just some fun themed videos that I have in mind. So that's another goal for the next year, is to kind of start incorporating a few more of those. So anyway, those are some goals for 2021. Who knows? I mean, 2020 was such a clusterfuck of a year. Like, who knows? You can't really plan for anything really, but those are just some things that it would be nice to get to. I don't have a set number of books I would like to read. That's never really a goal that I have for myself. I just will read what I can read, and that's cool. It doesn't particularly help me to have a number goal in terms of books to reach to, and if that helps someone, great, do that, but it doesn't necessarily help me to have a number goal, so I'm not going to set that. But those are the ones that I am excited to hopefully be able to work on over the next year. Let me know what some of your bookish goals are for 2021, and be sure to subscribe for more bookish content. I will leave my Twitter and Instagram link down below. That's where I like to hang out. I will also leave more information about how you can help support the Black Lives Matter movement, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!